Hi, I'm David Klein. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Kennedy White Orthopaedics in Sarasota. In this orthopedic moment, I wanted to describe the difference between anatomic shoulder replacements and reverse total shoulder replacements so you understand what the reverse means for the reverse replacement. First of all, let's look at a model to describe what is the normal anatomy of the shoulder. This is a right shoulder represented with the rotator cuff removed in the front, so you can see the ball and the socket. The socket itself is extremely shallow. It's almost like a golf tee turned sideways. The stability to this very shallow socket actually comes from the rotator cuff muscles that surround the ball and the socket joint. This is important for shoulder function because the rotator cuff has to keep the ball centered in the socket at all times as you are lifting your arm. If you have shoulder arthritis and you have an intact rotator cuff, most of the time, the type of shoulder replacement to do for the bad joint is an anatomic shoulder replacement, of which I have a model here. In an anatomic replacement, we put in a shallow socket out of plastic that matches the natural socket, and we put in a ball, usually out of chromium steel, that matches the ball. This then becomes an anatomic shoulder replacement. It relies on having your rotator cuff functioning at the end of the surgery to provide stability for the shoulder joint. For most people with shoulder arthritis and an intact functioning rotator cuff, anatomic shoulder replacements work very well at both relieving pain and restoring function. If for some reason your anatomy has been altered, such as by a prior injury, such as by having a rotator cuff that is not functional and not repairable, then this will provide a problem where there will be instability and the ball will not stay centered in the socket. In that case, a reverse total shoulder replacement provides the stability that having a deficient rotator cuff gives problems with. In a model of a reverse total shoulder replacement, a ball is placed on the shoulder blade opposite that of the standard shoulder, and a cup is placed into the humerus. This is actually a fairly deep cup, so this provides good stability in all positions of humeral motion. Thusly, having a reverse shoulder replacement allows you to have stable, good functioning just on the deltoid, which pulls from the acromion and the clavicle and down to the arm to raise the arm up. This is something with stability that cannot be restored if you do not have a functional or repairable rotator cuff. In summary, the reverse total shoulder, instead of placing a cup, places a ball, and instead of placing a ball, places a socket. So it reverses the anatomy of the anatomic shoulder.